Hello, this is Mike Catorna with SIMA, the Senior Insurance Marketing Association, and today we're talking about be remarkable or be replaced. 3 simple ways to be remarkable. Now they say when you start a presentation, you should never open with a graph or a chart. So my pie chart here is not scientific, it's not a survey done, it's just my simple observations when I'm dealing with agents. I find there's 3 categories. There's the 10%, the remarkable agents, the ones that are doing great, have great practices, are flourishing, and doing phenomenal in their field. There's a 50% I talk to, which are regular agents. They're not where they want to be yet, but maybe they're on the road or they're at least paving the way to get there. And then there's replaceable, the 40%. And I call them replaceable because, one, it works with the R theme I have going on. The second thing is that there's a good chance in 2 years, all their policyholders will have new agents. So they're replaceable agents. Now, of course, we're going to focus on the 10% and how to get you to that or closer to that 10%. Because remarkable agents have more referrals, they have higher residual incomes because their clients stay on the books longer, unlike the 40% replaceable agents. And they have less marketing costs because of all this. Because they have more referrals coming in, they don't have to spend as much on marketing. So we're going to take a look at Myrtle here to kind of give you an example. Myrtle, let's say, called you, the agent, and you haven't called her back yet for a couple days, and she's upset. Well, 20 years ago, there was really no mass communication used by seniors. So she might not see her friends for a couple days or a week, and that time lapse could really diffuse the situation if she remembers it at all. You know, maybe not that big a deal, and she just forgot about it. So you could be a mediocre agent and have reasonable success 20 years ago. We fast forward 10 years ago, and there's been a shift to email. Maybe they're probably not using it as much as you or I would 10 years ago for business. Still using it, but not as much. It's just more keeping up with the grandkids and such. So still, time could diffuse that one because a good chance that they didn't fire up their email to email their friends and complain. However, 5 years ago up to today, we have instant communication. Not only is it instant communication, but there's no time to diffuse, so they're not only saying they're upset, they're doing it with as much anger as they feel currently. So I'll give you an example of that. Myrtle's upset. I haven't called her back and her expectation, so she's going to get on her Facebook and say, I'm not happy with my insurance agent. And rather than wait a couple days for replies, she could probably get about 4, 5, 6 replies in about half hour, depending on how active her friends are. So let's say we get started to hear that. I don't like mine either. And then the third one, call my agent. Mark is great. 555-1212, which of course is a bogus number. But that third reply has a remarkable agent. And the key word is remarkable, which I know I've been saying because it means that your clients are talking about you. You're keeping in front of them. You're keeping them on your mind. So when they think insurance, they're thinking, okay, I need to call my agent, in this case, Mark. So this third client of Mark's just potentially gave him 2 referrals. Gave him Myrtle with her original post and the second responder saying, I don't like my agent either. Well, Mark, just by being a decent agent, or in this case, a remarkable agent, has potentially picked up 2 referrals. So I'm going to give you 3 simple ways to start the path to becoming remarkable. The first one is to contact your clients at least twice a year. You think if Mark hadn't talked to that client in 5 years, he would have gotten that reply on the Facebook post? Of course not. He's keeping in front of his clients. You can do it with a simple newsletter, do it with a letter, a phone call, a birthday card, something to call them. Now the second part of this, and also the second point, is don't only call when you want to sell something. So if Mark only calls when he wants to sell his clients a new policy or something else, they're going to stop taking his calls. He went from being an insurance advisor to being an insurance salesperson, and people will avoid him. So make sure you're just following up to make sure they're doing okay, see if they have any questions, and remind them that you're there to help. The third one is set expectations. We use the example of Myrtle calling and not getting called back as fast as she thought she should. So your expectation of a callback and your client's expectation of a callback could be 2 very different things. So make it transparent. Change your voicemail to say this. Hi, you've reached Mike. I'm sorry I missed your call, but please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll call you back within 24 business hours. Thanks, look forward to speaking to you. Something along those lines. But the key with that message is if Myrtle is expecting a call back in 3-4 hours and she hears that message, she knows, okay, Mike's going to call me back in about 24 business hours. So I changed your expectation to say, I won't call you back in 4 hours, but I'll call you back within a business day. So now if I call her back 12 hours later, same day or next day, it's within the 24 hours I told her I would, and she's happy. So I've changed your expectations to keep her happy. Because remember, if you're not contacting your clients, that your clients are another agent's prospects. So if you go a year, year and a half, 2 years without calling your clients, there's a good chance that another agent is reaching out to them. Just like you're doing the same to other agents' clients. We all do, and within our geographical location of where we service, other agents do the same. So this is a recorded version of a live webinar. We did have a live chat afterwards, which will be posted on SIMA, probably underneath this video. So feel free to read the comments. And if you have questions, comments, concerns about this subject, feel free to put them on the forum or contact us at SIMA. We thank you for viewing and look forward to seeing you on the next webinar and chat.